Hey there, today the moon is in Curious Gemini, bringing a mood of the day that has to do with the mind, mental processes, communication, language, and information. And the moon joins up around 11:20-ish a.m. Pacific time, joins up with Venus in Gemini, bringing themes of aesthetic and what we find beautiful and pleasing, which we have been talking about here, or were heading into the weekend with the Taurus moon. So the moon went into Gemini early Sunday morning Pacific time and or 3 something a.m. on Sunday, shifting into this Gemini air energy. But we're now going to have today that joining up of the moon with Venus. So reminding us of some of those themes of beauty and aesthetic that we were thinking about with the Taurus moon. I am Marina Orms here with your Astro Vibe for Monday, July 21st. And so we do have a moon in Gemini, air sign, thinking, communication, ideas, lots of opportunities to generate ideas and ask questions and get curious and go look up things that you're interested in learning more about. And then with the energy of Venus coming in to as the moon joins with Venus in Gemini today, we've got that energy of the beauty that Venus brings in. So aesthetic, what we find beautiful and pleasing. And because Venus is in Gemini, it wants us to find or seek out that beauty through curiosity, right? Through exploring and moving in new directions and checking things that look interesting to us and following those shiny, the little shiny objects that are speaking to us that spark our curiosity to go look a little deeper, get curious, and explore. So think of the bee in the field of colorful flowers, right? And the distractibility of Gemini that has that, like, ooh, there's a pretty one. Ooh, I like that one over there. Oh, I smell something nice over here. Um, Maybe it's not a bee, right? Maybe it's just you out in the field of colorful flowers, noticing all of the things that attract your attention. And so being that curious observer to follow those little sparks of invitation of where beauty is and what is it pulling you to go explore? What is it? How is it speaking to you? Right, so go check out that little flower that you see out of the corner of your eye or that spark of an idea, to follow that and get curious and explore what is pleasing about it. What brings beauty into your life and getting curious about that. So with the current vibe of Mercury retrograde in Leo. We've been talking about that too. And Mercury bringing that energy of thinking about things. And so our thinking is going through a review process, needing to reconsider, revisit our thinking, and especially because it's in Leo, having to do with our creative process. So Mercury in Leo, the moon and Venus in Gemini, really inviting us to explore and think about what we want to learn more about and how we can bring beauty into our experience. So Gemini is, of course, ruled by Mercury. So that Mercury retrograde energy comes in as well, saying, not just what attracts your attention or where do you see that spark that you get curious about, but also where do you need to go back over what you have looked at before and take another look at it and think about it in a different way. And so if you're in a process, in a creative process, what do you need to go back and revisit? What is sparking your attention? What are you curious about? And as you go back and revisit your thinking, you have an opportunity to see something you couldn't see previously. So, like if you're shopping and you see something and you dismiss it because yeah, that doesn't fit my criteria of X, Y, or Z. And then you go later on, you're sitting there and you're thinking and you go, wait a minute, maybe that was something that I should look at again. Maybe I have some old thinking that isn't allowing me to shift into seeing what I really want from what I am becoming, not based on what I have been or how I have thought about things in the past. So kind of opening our minds to where that beauty and what might be pleasing to us and where it is going to come from based on who we are becoming and not where we have been. Also, decor and the art in your environment, music, art on the walls, new carpet, new rugs, I don't know, whatever it is that brings beauty into your space. A vase of flowers, even something temporary like that. Bringing beauty in, but also asking yourself, and getting curious, what is going to be the kind of beauty that will support me as I am learning and growing and changing and evolving and what I am becoming. So thinking about what your sense of aesthetic is as you are moving into your future and how that might be changing, and getting curious about that. So that is one way to look at these energies for today. And of course, we have with that moon in Gemini, definitely a vibe, a mood. The moon is the mood of the day, right? So that vibe of curiosity, processing thoughts, processing ideas. And so maybe talking something through with a friend, maybe writing it out, maybe brainstorming. Don't be too attached, but explore, get curious, see what is there if you engage with your thinking and your ideas and get curious and inquisitive about where they're coming from and what might be changing about what you need and how you're going to think about things going forward. Thank you so much for being here. I'm Marina Orms. You can book a reading with me at astrologyheals.com. You can also check out my member site where I have some video about evolutionary astrology, just beginning a series to help you understand more about what evolutionary astrology is. And a lot of you filled out my survey on that member site and mentioned that you were curious about that. So I am super excited to share what uh, my perspective is on evolutionary astrology. So check that out. Really, really interesting. I think you'll love it. Let me know your thoughts and comments and questions. And if you are a paid member, you can comment there and we can, it will begin to build community. I am hoping to be able to engage in conversations there. So I will read and respond to your comments, and they might become future videos, future content. So check it out. The link to that member site is in the description for this video. So anyway, thanks for being here and for being a subscriber. I so appreciate you. And if you haven't subscribed yet, now is the time to hit that subscribe button and show your support. And I so appreciate it. And I appreciate all of you who are watching and commenting and liking these videos. I will see you next time with more astrology for unshakable self-care. Bye for now.